What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Today's video is honestly the definition of crazy. So it seems like every single video I do, there's always something new. The last few trends that we've been paying attention to, I honestly just totally forgot right now, but that's kind of bad. However, I do gotta mention, guys, if you are interested, I gotta say this right now, please go ahead and join the Discord. We are growing so fast. In fact, we have just did some crazy stuff recently on this Discord. A lot of people are learning about the restock that just happened and growing investment deals, etc., etc. And I'm very interactive, so you guys want to ask me questions, go ahead and do that. I'm not a financial advisor, so please take all this for your own advice, guys. And if you want to support your boy for $4.99 a month, go ahead and join the memberships down below. You get exclusive content, and I'm gonna think about adding something else. But let's hop into this video because you guys are very eager. So am I. I don't really know where to begin by starting this, but right now we are going through a complete market manipulation. With the definition of that, in my opinion, is a simple fact of a massive buyout from a group of people who want to rise the price for a certain item and then sell it at that price and profit. It's very simple, very easy to think of. And there is so much going on, guys. Every single card that you see me click on, and I could go on and on. I could do this video for 5 hours straight. All promos, literally all promos, from Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet, as of I know of, have skyrocketed nearly 20% in just a few days, all of them across the entire board. And a lot of people are going crazy over this. A lot of people are saying, what the f is going on? Should I be buying? So in today's video, I'll break it down. I'll be breaking down, guys, what you should do, in my opinion, of course, as an investor, and what I'm gonna do. So let's hop into this. Right now, we have this massive Charizard buyout. We have the Charizard Vstar, literally hitting $40 for a near mint hollow foil. We have the Charizard VMAX, nearly hitting $30. And if you guys could see, look at the graph, okay? I always like to use this. Look at the buy volume, right? Of course, it's a really cool promo. I think it's awesome. We can see that there's only a few that get sold throughout the day, whatever. And then just recently, we had a massive, guys, buy volume of 92 of them, sold for 27. And the price has rose. Obviously, it's rose nearly $8, which is crazy. Just from one day, guys, one day, it went up 27%. And as you guys could pay attention to this, the prices are now stagnant at that. So if you want to buy it, you're going to have to be paying 28. We have the Charizard V alternative art. And I'm going to show you guys something that is honestly definition of crazy. So please stick around for another minute. This literally had a massive buy volume of 73. $19.99 to $25 right now for this promo. So if we do our quick math, we have this 40. I'm gonna call this 30 just for easy math. So 70, and then we have this. So nearly $95 in promos, and you get yourself 3 Evolving Skies packs, which right now are 75. So around 95 plus 75, $170, guys. And you get this product. So I want to talk to you guys about this because right now there's a lot of hype right now around promos, but there's not a lot of hype around the products because a lot of the hype has shifted from the products right now to singles. The market changes every single day, guys, so please keep that in mind. I believe, and I've been saying this for the longest time, I've been saying this, guys, literally since the beginning of this channel. This is the best product to buy. And I'm saying this as a sincere investor, in my opinion, and I never really hyper call it. I never do. I never say, alright guys, this is your last time to buy it now. Like, I never say that because I'm not that kind of investor, but unfortunately, I might have to say something. I really believe that this is the last time to buy this product for an affordable, investable price. What I just said, $170, guys, is literally only a fourth of the entire box of what you get. You're practically getting half of your money back as soon as you buy this box. And it's growing. Evolving Skies is one of the most growing sets right now. And these promos have just skyrocketed for just a price of nearly $305. It's been a few days, guys. I could have said you could have bought it for $3. This was going for $300. And as you can see, the buy volume is starting to pick up right now. You could possibly still get it for $300. I'm not going to lie. You probably could. As you guys see, these are still selling. $285. Oh my god, dude. That's a steal. I really never hypercall it. Never tell you guys to buy it, really anything. But this might be the first, second, or third time I've ever said this on this channel. But, like, I think this is a hot buy right now. And I could come back to this video tomorrow and check the price. And the price could be $310, $315, $320. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. what you guys have to realize, and I'll go through this box, alright, is that this is a Charizard Premium Collection. This is the first ever Charizard Premium Collection we've ever had, UPC I should say, I'm sorry. And the most important thing, guys, is this is from the Sword and Shield era, the most hyped era in Pokemon. I would confidently say that, one of the most hyped. You get yourself 16 packs from Sword and Shield. Now, I'm not talking Darkness Ablaze or Vivid Voltage. Of course, you get one pack because that's what they always do. But you get yourself 5 Lost Origin packs. You get yourself, I believe, 5 Fusion Strike, 3 Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars. You get literally the best sets in the entire Sword and Shield in this UPC. And you can go ahead and do your own research, please do, to make sure I'm right. You get yourself 3 crazy promos right now, which is just skyrocketing in price, which all are going to come in near mint. So if you're wondering, like, hey man, I don't know, man, what if the card's like worth like really $30? Well, at the moment it's $40 for a near mint, and usually 90% of the time this product does contain near mint, unless it gets damaged, whatever. So you're guaranteed 3 near mint beautiful promos that have just seen a massive skyrocket. You get yourself one of the most hyped sets of the Sword and Shield era, Evolving Skies, which over the past year has seen 115% growth, and it's continuing to grow. And most importantly, you get yourself a Charizard UPC, bro. And let's also not forget the fact, guys, that you do get a massive playmat, which is awesome, which on the top of my head, I don't know the price of it right now, but I believe on eBay, last time I checked a few months ago, it was selling for 20 bucks, could be worth like 40, 50 now. You get yourself, little tchotchkes and stuff like that. But keep in mind, guys, if you add everything up, which I probably should do a video on this, you're probably going to profit if you rip it open and sell everything. And as I said, I don't ever hypercall stuff, but I'm not going to lie, this might be the only product I might really have to push, guys. This, my friends, is a gold mine. And if you guys were to ask me, Pokestocks, what's the best investment to make this month, I'm not even going to lie when I say this to you guys. I don't think this is going to be this month. I think this is going to be today, tomorrow, or maybe this week, that this will be affordable still for $300 and still profitable and investable. I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my chest, guys, because a lot of you are really clueless on how to, what to invest in right now, or don't know what product. And what I mean by clueless, I'm not trying to sound rude. I'm saying, like, you guys are not really looking at the true good products to invest in, and I'm helping you guys out, right? This is a solid freaking product to go for. Look into this, do your own research, and do what you like, because I'm telling y'all, this is a steal, bro, in my opinion. We also have massive surges right now in other promos. Lucario Vstar from Crown Zenith, guys, went up 220% this month. And literally, it went up 200% in just a few days. So this was if we look at the past year, guys, this was a 80% promo. I want to make it pretty clear as an investor, this stuff doesn't bother me, because I never invest in singles, because what singles are is they are a literal gamble. Because at the end of the day, sure, they do go up in price, promos, we know that. And this is a great example, from the Mewtwo and Mew tag team, which is like a $200 promo. But that's a little bit far back. But products like this, guys, are what I like to call, like, the winners are the people who invested at 80 cents. If you're investing now at $12, you're missing out. There's only a certain point where this card can go. And if you guys are like, Pokestocks, would you recommend, me spending, $100 to get 5 of these? Hell no, bro. In my opinion, don't do that, dude. That's so stupid, because what's going to happen, right, is it looks like this is, oh my, it's such a bull run right now. Of course it is. But what's going to happen is the price will level out, right? It's not going to keep growing. This is not going to be a $50 promo. Of course, I could be wrong. It could happen, but 90% chance it won't be. And if it does become a $50 promo, then I will be kind of crazed. But even if it does hit $50, even if it does hit $50 and you bought it at 12, that's only like a 4x profit margin, which is good, don't get me wrong. But the people who bought it, guys, at 80 cents and are seeing it at $12, they just saw literally, I don't know, what is that? I don't know, like maybe like a 20x profit right there. Those are the real winners, okay? So please keep that in mind. I would highly recommend not investing in this stuff, because this, guys, is just a market manipulation. You're going to get taken advantage from the people who did this, right? Because the people who organize this, right, who say, all right, guys, let's go ahead, let's go buy all the promos out and let's resell them. That people, June 6th, right, they're all getting ready. And then June 27th, they make their first bite into the market. And then June 29th, 30th, July 2nd, they all bought out. This is 100% a scheme. This is 100% something going on right now, right? This is obviously not healthy. And the people who did that are taking advantage of the people who don't know how to invest, who don't know how to really manage their money. Products like this, guys, that aren't really targeted right now, that's down this month, are products that you should look into, right? Don't always look into the green. Even though the green might be a good idea for sometimes, it's not always the best, including promos, all right? Keep that in mind. We also have EVV Max, which is just on a massive gain. Look at this. We get a $2 promo, and now we're up to nearly almost $4. We're about to touch that soon. You know, I'm going to be honest, guys. Of course, I have a lot of these promos in my collection because guess what? I have the sealed product that it comes with. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to get too excited, too hyped, because what this means is, like, nearly nothing, to be honest. If you guys think about inflation in the real world, if a product goes inflated, let's just say from $2.99 to $3.99, there's a 99% chance it will never go back down to $2.99. That's just the way it works. So if you're gonna be buying this product, just know that it will be at $12, right? It's to be at the new price, and it'll be stagnant at that. So I'm really interested to look back on this and see where it's gonna be at, right? So keep that in mind. And same thing with EVV Max, like same thing with these cards, right? The people who bought it at $1 and are now at $4, those are the real winners. But they buy in bulk. So the people who invest in promos, congratulations, because you guys have just made a whole freaking ton of money. And as an investor, I always make it pretty clear. I always try to go for sealed product because that's what I believe in. That's what I'm really confident in. And that's why I'm not too confident in singles, right? Because I think it's too risky, bro. Like too risky. But that's just me. To be honest, guys, I'm not going to be buying any singles. However, I'll be showing you some I'll be interested in and some in my prediction that will skyrocket next if you guys want to go ahead and grab onto this, right? If you want to be part of the next bull run, I'll show you guys what to possibly grab. We also have the Glarian Moltress, which is boom again. I mean, not really, not too crazy. We really haven't seen that, but I mean, we've seen it. Like a little bit of one. It has 73 items, literally out of the blue, bro. Out of the blue. This product. The Snorlax as well, massive buy volume right here, as you guys can see right there. So again, we're sort of seeing that manipulation. And now let's go to celebrations. This set has seen some crazy gains right now recently because it's just booming, and there's a lot of speculation about what card's gonna be next, you know, in this massive bull run. And I've picked out a few. All right, hear me out. This is completely how should I say? It's completely risky, as always, but if you want to spend 50 bucks on this, or like, frick it, dude, I will, then send it. We do have a lot of these cards right now which are really expensive. We have Pikachu, Birthday Pikachu, which right now is 18, Umbreon 75, so those are pretty expensive at the moment. But there are products like Here Comes Team Rocket, which are literally like neutral in price, really haven't gained much. And guys, what set are we in right now? We're in Destined Rivals. If a product like Lucario Vstar over the past year was worth 80 cents, and this product is worth 55 cents, and this has went up to $12, what makes you think that this could not be a possible next choice? I mean, all it takes, guys, is for a group of people to be like, frick it, dude, let's do it, and it will go up. We did see this card, guys, literally hit $1. I believe this was when Destined Rivals was sort of at its peak, or about to get released, right? A lot of like, oh, let's go. And now it's back down. But honestly, on how things are going right now, this could be the next target. Obviously, I'm saying it could be. I'm not saying it is, because obviously this stuff is crazy. Next up, guys, we have Rocket Zapdos, which for $1.50, in my opinion, bro, is really that bad. But honestly, this could be the next thing as well, guys. If you look at the past year, this was a 50-cent card all the way up to 230, all the way to 230. We're at a neutral ground, I would say, right now, of 140. What makes you think that this product can't get in as well, guys? What set are we in? We're in Destined Rivals, Rocket Zapdos. This would be perfect. Stuff like this is what you should really look into. So instead of looking as I just gotta say it, right? Instead of always looking at the products that are so inflamed and so high in green in price, look at the products that are not getting talked about. The Cleffa, the not the Shining Magikarp. What else do we have? We have the you know, but look for interesting cards. We have the Rockets Admin. Like, we have this cool stuff that really hasn't seen the massive growth. And I'm kind of curious, bro. This is completely across the video, but I used to play with this card, like, during TCG. What did it do? Bench, you may search your deck for support card. Damn. This was such a strong card back in the day, man. Alright, this is cool. I just wanted to get a little bit of nostalgia with that. Anyway, back to the video. That's sort of where we're at right now, right? So the promos have been going crazy, and a lot of you guys are probably, you know, really interested in what you should do. And I hope I did help a lot of you guys like answer your question. Practically, to summarize that again one more time, I'm gonna say this. Instead of hopping into the green market, look for the red market and be potentially in the green market. Be the real winner. Because with singles, it's a literal risk for a lot of these, right? Whatever happens goes on right now, right? The reason why they can get manipulated so often, guys, is how cheap they are, right? Great example of this is the Lucario Vstar. This could easily be manipulated at $3. I mean, that's kind of expensive, don't get me wrong. But if people are able to manipulate a card at $3.80, what makes you think they cannot manipulate a card at 55 cents? This has a literal buy volume of 1,000. This could go, and that's only $500. And imagine if 10 people do that. That's five. Like, this thing can go really, really high potentially. And if you think about it that way, that also does help. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, I do want to go over a few things besides all that. There's been a lot of talk in my Discord right now about literally everything that I just talked about in today's video. And this morning, I woke up, guys, and I said, no, I woke up this morning and I checked the Discord and I was like, what the blank is going on? I don't have no idea. Like, I literally just came on my computer and I just typed all this in. I just found it out this morning, so I might be a little bit behind, but it's just so crazy on what's going on. And I did get a comment in my last video, hey Pokestocks, you go over some different sets. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to talk about Surging Sparks, because Surging Sparks really hasn't been getting a lot of talk in really a lot of videos that I've been doing, so I'll be talking about it. Surging Sparks at the moment is an interesting set because we know that this is the set that sparked the Pokemon hype, in my opinion. We saw this Pikachu hit 500, right? We saw everything go really, really high. And I think Surging Sparks is a set at the moment that is very neutral in price. We really haven't seen too much of it. If you go to, you know, your Target, your GameStop, whatever, you really don't catch this anymore. Surging is what I like to call like a set that is slowly creeping up. But I think what Pokemon will do is this set will be massive affordable again. In my opinion, I think in the next few months to a year, guys, because you have to remember, right, at the end of the day, the Pokemon hype will end. I gotta say the truth, you know, don't hide it, don't mask it to yourself. Of course, it's gonna end one day. It happened in 2020, so it will happen again. And remember, nothing ever lasts forever, so keep that in mind. How long will that be? I don't know, but I'm saying it will end. So this set is still new. I think this set will become affordable again. But I do think that there are a few products right now that if you're like, hey man, I want to get some product at MSRP, near MSRP, I want to hold it for long term, what would you recommend? Well, the ETBs, in my opinion, for $180 for the market price right now is a little bit too insane. This is a literal $55 ETB, and at the moment, it's worth the same price as Prismatic. So here's my thought, all right? If you were to ask me what set would grow bigger in the long run, and this is a question I want to ask you guys, Prismatic Evolutions or Surging Sparks, what do you think? 90% of you are going to say Prismatic, and I agree. So if you have a Surging Sparks ETB, and you're saying, hey man, I know this is really high, and I know this is going to go down in the future, then I would highly recommend, in my opinion, trading this for a Prismatic ETB. Because right now, they are literally the exact same price, and if you could find someone who wants Surging Sparks, who wants to open it, who believes in it better than Prismatic, which is kind of crazy if you do, then go ahead and trade your ETB for an ETB. You're going to see so much stronger and more protective growth around Prismatic Evolutions than this. Because if Prismatic and Surging Sparks were restocked at Target, Prismatic would be the first thing to go 1000%. And Surging Sparks has blister packs, right? They have booster boxes. So there's going to be so much more buy volume with this set for the packs than Prismatic does have. So also keep that in mind. Don't be afraid, guys, to do these certain trades or deals. I think these are very smart. And the Pokemon Center Surging Sparks ETB, if you have this, here's my thought on this. Just hold on to it. If you have any Pokemon Center ETB, in my opinion, I think holding on to it is just the smartest move, because with these, right, these will never get reprinted. Like, what I mean by that is there might be certain restocks of them on Pokemon Center, don't get me wrong, but these will never become, you know, cheap. These are never going to become MSRP. These are never going to crash down magnificently as we might see with other sets. So if you have, you know, Pokemon Center ETBs in general across the entire board, I would highly recommend just holding on to them and not really touch them and just throw them in your closet. The booster box is an interesting product right now as we speak. For right now, it's practically neutral the past month. Past 3 months down 10%. You know, I'll hold off on surging. I'm not gonna lie, guys. At the moment, I would really wouldn't touch it, to be honest. I'll just let it sit. Of course, if you have the ETB and you could do some trades, definitely do so. What else can we go over in today's video? We could probably go over, you know, let's go over a set I've never talked about. Let's go over Twilight Masquerade. I never went over this set, guys. It's so crazy because I don't know, I just never did. Let's go over this set though. So Twilights. We have, why aren't the freaking singles coming up, bro? Dude, what? That's kind of interesting. Man, we don't have the singles coming up too, but that's okay. So it looks like Twilight is an interesting set, dude. Damn, almost $90 for an ETB. Shit. 115 for Pokemon Center, 280 booster box. So Twilight looks like to be a little bit inflated. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. As an investor, I really don't look at the other sets, because at the end of the day, right, what's gonna be easier to sell? Here's a great example: Evolving Skies or Chilling Reign. Evolving Skies, obviously, right? I'm not saying Chilling Reign is a bad set, but if you want the advantage of the seller's hand and want to be able to sell it faster first, because, you know, here's the thing, right? Pokemon product looks to be always going up. Like, oh my dude, I just paid $1,000 off my ETB, whatever, right? That's just an example. However, selling it is a little bit of a different story. Selling your Pokemon collection, guys, in my opinion, is a bit risky. And what I mean by that is there's so much scamming, especially in today's world, that's going on. Completely different from what I just brought up, the Evolving Skies Chilling Reign thing. This is just my thing now. So just please be careful, guys. If you are selling your Pokemon collection, that you do it right. I'm going to be honest, I've never sold anything in my collection, so I can't give you any advice on what to do. But please take precautions. Please do it in a safe, effective, and of course, a protected way. Make sure you guys do not get scammed, and if that means middlemans, whatever, just do what you like. As I said, I've never sold anything, so I can't give you guys advice, but just want to bring this up because I know the market is currently in a downtrend overall, where we're seeing like a lot of products like Prismatic, and you know, all these other sets sort of have a downtrend in the market, so a lot of people are trying to sell, but just please be careful. I do think one of the smartest ways, in my opinion, to do this stuff now is probably going to be online, because you're guaranteed, you know, the profit. That's what I think. I don't know, I could be wrong. Let me know, guys, how that stuff works, but I think online is probably the best way to do this stuff. So looks like that's to be it, guys, for today's video. About to hit 23 minutes. I do appreciate all of you for stopping by, chewing on some watermelon, my fault. But yeah, guys, that's be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm honestly really shocked, as probably all of you are too, but it's crazy what's going on. Have a great day, my friends. Join the Discord. Peace out.